Sam Nuggets, and welcome to Homegrown Pet. Because of a certain unfortunate accident, my pet has turned back into a red fleshy blob. I don't know how that happened, but it was probably due to that uncertain accident. You need to feed him so he can get back into his original size. You have 60 seconds to do so. Don't ask why you need him back to his size now. Okay, I won't ask. I won't ask, you won't ask, and everything will be alright. He will shape himself depending on what you feed him. They say you are what you eat. Oh. Press buttons on the key. Oh, okay, right. On the keyboard according to the arrows to feed. Content warning. Body horror, head decapitation, partial nudity. What was my pet originally? Enter. Vegetables don't give much nutrients for him to grow. Meats are best for him. Certain meats might awaken his feral instincts. Sweets don't give much nutrients, but make him very happy and loves you. Okay, well, I've got 60 seconds, so we'll see. I was worried that it wasn't music. So, let's go with full happiness, right? Sweeties, 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 just all the sweets. And we'll see what just happiness it brings. There's no happiness here. Bacon makes me happy. I like bacon. Sweets and bacon and sweets. No, carrots, because we want our pet to be able to see in the dark. I don't know what kind of pet it was originally, but it is back to a red fleshy blob with multiple mouths and eyes. Sweets, carrots, sweeties, all the sweets. We need to go with all the sweets here. The bacon, sweeties. Time up. Press continue. Okay. Oh, you tried feeding your pet. Now he is the size of a dog. He's kind of cute. Big enough to eat the corpses, but still small enough to escape the authority. Although it took him a while to finish his food, you think you'll keep him for a while with this size because he is cute. He is quite cute. I mean, look, I'm just saying, quite cute. You wonder if you feed him a certain meat, maybe he'll take shape according to what you feed. Ending B, dog. Okay, interesting. Happiness 320, food point 67, final score 6 out. Okay. Food's eaten 3 meats, 2 vegetables, and 32 sweets. Human flesh, none. Okay, now let's go full. Look, I don't care. Look, I don't care what you eat. All right, I care about what my pet eats, and we're gonna see what full happiness is, and we'll see what the opposite of full happiness is, which is being vegan. We'll see what happens if I give him all vegetables, right? Veg. I think we also need to try and be like faster on it as well, because the faster we are, maybe the bigger they'll get. To sweets and veg, right? That's the only thing you need in a diet, right? That's what all the nutritional experts say. Eat your veggies and any sweets that you find lying on the ground. This is actually a lot more like focus orientated than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was just going to be taking care of a pet, like a Tamagotchi. Where's my Tamagotchi at? Not that I don't appreciate this creature. Veg. No, there's no meat in this diet. Veg. The sweets. Veg. What? Oh, we're just at dog mode again. Okay. Is it just... It's just a puppy again. See, this is the thing. You just don't get enough nutrition from just eating sweets all the time and vegetables. Happiness 60. Food points 52. That wasn't much better than what we're at. Right. Now, carnivore diet. And then we'll do the old classic, mash the buttons. Right. All meat. We'll have the American diet. Meat. That's... We'll just stick with meat for just now. Maybe some sweets. That head is showing up a lot more often than I would appreciate. Meat. That was a vegetable. Fuck! Meat. Sweets. Meat. Fuck, veg. Meat. Meaty meat. Meat. It has become a tree. Meat. Veg. Oh, fuck, meat. Do I now need to water my pet? Ha! Your pet grown very quickly. Too quickly, in fact. He's outgrown the building and the city, and soon everything is filled with flesh, and I love that. I know it's kind of broken English, but I just love... And soon, the everything is filled with flesh and tendrils. His eyes looked at you. It's harder to read his emotions in this form. He's like a rooted tree. His teeth tears the corpses with such ease and small bites when it's taken inside of him. Probably dissolved. He speaks in hums. You could hear him in your head as he refers to himself as Hector. Hector, the heckin' homunculus. Despite his shape, he is very quiet. If you are close enough, you can hear something beating inside like a heart. He had made your mission easier. He is so easily able to locate your target, and by minutes his tendrils return at you with your target's heads with it. Did I create this pet in order for me to deal with neighbours? Because Hector, the heckin' homunculi, is ideal pet. Just saying. Not going to take it down to pets at home and try and get it squeaky toys or anything like that, but ideal pet, no? It alerts the authorities, of course. They tried to kill him, but he devoured them quickly. You can't blame him for reacting in self-defense. It looks like you need to take his core in form of small pieces of fleshy blobs and start again from beginning. Before, well, the authorities track you both down. Ending 0. Eldritch abomination takeover. I have an eldritch pet. Oh, just like I always wanted. Okay, now we're gonna just hit random buttons, all right, and see what it coughs up. This couldn't possibly go wrong. Okay, see, we're already at the puppy stage. Already pupper. I noticed that we're eating body parts. I kind of want to... No. We'll stop at that point at our time, right? I want to try and see all these variants of my pet. Tree. Okay, we're back to tree. Okay, now that we're back to tree, maybe we should try and hit head, meat, head. Head, meat. I feel like I'm having like a brain aneurysm. I'm just sitting here, just going meat. Okay, so we got the same one. So I don't think it's. I don't think you can just like clickety click. Maybe because we ate a bit more human this time. It's either you didn't get to stop him from devouring the whole city in time, or you just think to let him do what he wants. Perhaps it's more of the latter, since he asked you if it's okay with the whole city gone. You shrugged and you pet him. Since he also devoured the authorities in here, no one will come to report you, unless of course someone from outside city sees this giant eldritch amalgamation. You wonder how big he can grow if you feed him certain meat. Could he devour the world too? For now, you went to nearby empty desert shop to help out yourself, and you and your pet could use a good tiramisu. Ending P. Good big dog. Oh, 2 minutes. I'm going to check how many endings there actually are. Okay, there are 21 endings. Seems like a lot. Let's see what happens. I want to get that middle one. The one where it's like half man, half tree. Right, so meat, sweets, So once we get like past the meat part, we'll then just try and give like lots of sweets to increase happiness. Meat. Cool. Now just sweets, if we can. Sweeties. What kind of pet doesn't love lollipops and bubblegum? Meat. Don't want to give too much more. We don't want them getting too big. Don't want the authorities knowing, you know. Sweeties. This is really making it vastly aware to any like RSPCA agents that watch that if I ever get a pet that I'm gonna need to be inspected multiple times in a year. Since apparently I'm just feeding my pet an entire candy shop. Sweets, vegetables, sweets, vegetables, sweets. Time's up. I hate the pause. Your pet grown very quickly. He takes his original form. Oh, this is the original form. Form while attempting to maintain his humanoid form. You feel like maybe there are some conflict between what he thinks he should be and what he thinks he wants to be. Ah, Hector. You couldn't care less of such philosophical topics. Nonetheless, he finishes the corpse without trace. In such shape, he stuck himself on the wall like a rooted tree. His fleshy tendrils start covering to the house walls. He speaks in he speaks in hums. You hear him in your head as he refers to himself as Hector. He can't really go anywhere without alerting authorities in this form, so he stays in one place most of the time. You give him a book to read while waiting for you to return from your work with a corpse and evidence to dispose. What do I do as a job? That's not really the question. The question is, where can I get an eldritch pet? If anyone knows, there is a comment section, and if there was ever a reason to go into the comment section, it was to tell me how to get my hands on an eldritch pet. Alright? Otherwise, what are you even doing here? But surprisingly, even with such a form, he is very gentle with the book, and not once leaves a scratch on it. He also likes candies for snacks. He dissolves it using his tongue, rather than crunch it with his teeth. Ending J, bookworm half eldritch. Okay, so that was with no human flesh. Let's get a few chunks of human, because it seems as though that's their favourite, you know? And who am I to not give my pet? My pet deserves the best pieces of human. Alright? Like that. And this. Some more bacon, and that, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, meat. And another one, and some meat. That's a chest mouth. And another one, and another head, and another head, and another head. Meat. Another one, another one. Another one. Another one. Meat. Yep. Head. Meat. I'm just shouting out what I'm feeding. That's how you feed pets, right? You're like, cat food! Hi, Hector. Your pet grown very quickly. He seems to start to take form in more humanoid. He seems start to take shape in more humanoid form. His humanoid shape are clean, like an actual human. Only downside is that certain mouth lining are hard to hide. So you turn him into a mummy. It works very well. Now you don't have to think about how to carry the bodies to him, because he can immediately do his job to dispose of the body while in your side. It's very time effective, really. He starts speaking to you like he is, and like he is a human instead of gargled noises, and refers to himself as Hector. As long as he eats the bodies and leaves no evidence behind, he can refer to himself however he wants. Not only that, he also mannered like a human. He is very well mannered that I don't think anyone would even put the slight suspicion that he might not be human. Nope. I mean, to be honest with you, actually, the amount of people that walk about like that nowadays anyway, so fair enough. But you think he might start doing the job behind your back. Well, you do not want to turn non-target into clump of flesh, because he would be a hassle. He did everything by himself. Of course, you reprimand him, since missing people could make authorities alert and make current mission even more difficult. He seemed to understand that and told you that he might need to hunt something else to satisfy his urges. You start suggesting his animals. They aren't much bears or boar around here, but there are plenty of rats and wild cats. Ending I. Strong urges. I love this kind of stuff. See when it's just like a really simple concept. Just pressing up, down, left, and right, but they've got like a story plot to it. It's brilliant. Although the nudity part has me concerned, just because he didn't have a shirt on. Let's stop it shirtless, you know, and see what happens. Where's all the meat? There we go. That's what we're looking for. There's all the meat. Sweeties, and maybe like their happiness level also affects. Like once they've turned into something else. Oops, shit. Okay, this one. So let's now just make it super happy. And maybe give it an R. Happy. I like how he just smiles. It's just like sweeties. Sweets. Vegetables. Sweeties. Veg, sweets. Got that last week. Hector. What? It's your pet growing very quickly. That's gonna be the title of the video. He seems start to take shape in more humanoid form. It makes it easier for him to blend in with the crow, thus easier for him to hide from the authorities. Though his shape is not perfect, people might notice him sooner or later. You'll have to be careful. He starts speaking to me like as if he is a human instead of gurgling noises and refers to himself as Hector. He grow an affection towards sweets. See, that's the thing, I think it changes if you get them happy or not. And of course, sweets are the only way to happiness. He said something about like to eat sweets with his human mouth, where he can taste the sweets and sugars. He also said it tastes different than eating it with his other mouth. You can't really understand what you meant, but you think you'll start buying extra sweets every time you shop by the groceries, since he has been very good boy. Ending C. Sweet tooth humanoid. Doing job together like this give him more time to be with you, in which he often start a conversation. This is taking... I know. Me saying that this is taking a weird tangent at this point. Odd, but this is taking a weird tangent now. Either from curiosity or pure boredom, he asks a couple of times, what do you think about white chocolate? He has an interest in cuisine, and maybe start reading about those somewhere. He start asking you if you could start extra hunt since he has strong urge for meat. You don't want to take extra mission because it is a hassle, so you try to give another solution. You start offering him sweets, in which he worked the last time you tried it, so it was work now. Of course it is, since the day on, you start scheduling dessert party on your calendar for you and him. Ending H, dessert. The fuck? You know what I have? Right, so I'm not gonna be vindictive, right? I'm not gonna not feed it. But what if I just feed it vegetables and like try to make sure that it doesn't grow at all? You know? Just all veg, and just keep it as this. Veg. You're just a wee trash compactor now, aren't you? You can have a sweetie. Okay, there's a sweetie and another sweetie because there's no vegetables. Eat your lettuce and then you can have sweeties. Vegetables. Because all of them are more or less coming to the same thing. And there's only so much time. I only have 60 seconds to do it. So, vegetables. All of the vegetables. Yeah, sweetie, I suppose. But mostly vegetables. Alright? Oh no. How dare you evolve? I pressed B. So maybe I just have to like yeah, it's just ending B. Dog. Wait, maybe ending A is just I'm gonna feed it, just not too much. Just not enough that it's gonna evolve. Sweetie, veg. Okay, and that's your treat for tonight, and that is it. No more food. What happens if you don't feed the other ones? Like, let them evolve and then don't feed them? Oh, you tried feeding your pet. It didn't go as well as you thought. Nothing changed with its size. Well, at least it is in pocket size. So you can hide him in your jacket pocket while you look for a proper meal for him. You should feed him with more meat if you want him to grow into something big. Ending A. Tiny. Also, maybe this guy's just really got small hands. This isn't the size of any of pockets that I own. So, though having something shaped like a human as a company is nice sometimes. You haven't had human interactions in a while now. Ending D, basic humanoids. So it does seem as though it is affected by like how much you do or don't feed them in total. But that is your whack for homegrown pet just now. It seems as though that, like, I've missed a few. I can't actually recall how many of them I actually got, but I've probably missed quite a few. That's a really interesting game. Well done on that. But yeah, that's your whack. I hope you enjoyed this little escapade into what it'd be like to have an eldritch pet. Maybe I'll go down the pet shop later and see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you did, batter the subscribe button, like the video, use your banter in the section down below, all that jazz, and I'll catch you on in the next one, alright? Cheery bye.